So this is our 16 millimeter projector, our reel-to-reel 35s, and then our beautiful 4K Christie projectors wrapped up in that package right there. When you take theatrical out of the equation, you make the audience invisible. Brick and mortar spaces are also the answer to how you create new fans. There's no investment right now in new fans. And that's really scary to me. I don't think it's a lack of interest or a lack of audience interest. It's accessibility. If they're not there, people won't go to them. And if they're not affordable, people won't go to them. So when ticket prices in commercial movie theaters are creeping up to $20 and parking costs $20, a family of four can't get into and out of a commercial movie theater for under $100 right now. It's the total opposite of how this industry built itself up, which was an affordable entryway to entertainment and art for the masses. And that has really radically changed. If I were still in grad school, this is what I would be writing about. I would be writing about what happens to societies when they lose points of access to the most populous art form that has existed in modern history.
Though COVID fears persist and pandemic lockdowns have trained people to stream films rather than go to the theater, most Americans still consider the cost of going to the movies as their primary barrier.
I think we need to confront, at some level, certain financial realities. Moviegoing is a transactional business at a time when people are facing, high rents, student debt, and all those kinds of challenges. The decision to go see a movie can become a difficult one.
It's a very expensive thing to do because the way that this industry makes money is people aren't subscribing to our movies. We need them to transact before they go to our streaming partners, and that's the big challenge, is getting people to want to do that.
But only one modern service has provided people with a more affordable movie-going option. The problem? It was too affordable.
There was the failed experiment of MoviePass. And it was failed, ultimately because it was providing too great a benefit at too low a cost.
Modeled on the assumption that people would subscribe and forget, like many do with a gym membership, MoviePass allowed customers to see an unlimited number of movies in almost any theater for $10 a month.
Too low a cost.
Things began looking bad when subscribers flocked to theaters in much greater numbers than they had projected. Soon, the company was losing money on almost every customer. After failing to find additional revenue streams, MoviePass finally went under in the fall of 2019. But though it grew into something of an industry laughingstock, there's a lot to be gleaned from MoviePass's flight into the sun.
What we did see was that young people were using MoviePass, and they were using it to see films outside of the mainstream. Because once they no longer had to confront the challenge of, do I pay to see big budget Marvel movie X or art film Y? They said, well, now I can see both. And they did, in large numbers.
In August of 2022, it was announced that MoviePass was coming back with a more tempered business model. MoviePass 2.0 is currently in beta testing. Could the combination of a less reckless subscription theater-going option, along with an uptick in more strategic platform releases, help reignite the theater business? It's hard to say, but many are excited about the possibility.
We are working with those companies that are developing these businesses to accept these programs and make them available. And the opportunity for someone to say, I can see a movie at any theater with this program versus being confined to just seeing a movie at whatever proprietary service is available. I think that's going to be compelling ultimately.